Hey guys, it's Gaming Serpent, and today I've got a commando guide for you guys. So in this guide, I'm going to go through the following things. First, the two types of commandos. Secondly, the abilities of the commandos and which ones you should use. Thirdly, the weapons that the commandos use and which one I think are the best. And lastly, tactics. So this includes snipering points and how to knife. Commando is a stealth class. His special skill is stealth, which makes him invisible to the enemy player at a range. The two main weapons used by commandos is the rifle and the knife, which brings us to the first topic, the two different types of commando. So first we have the sniper. While using a sniper, you're not always in the action. You tend to stay a little further away and snipe and pick off each enemy as they come. While using sniper, you tend to hit very high, and definitely when you hit a headshot, you get sometimes even in the 70s. The headshot is not exactly always the head. Sometimes they'll classify like the shoulder up or the chest sort of area as a headshot. Anyways, let's move on to knifers. With knifing, it's more of an aggressive game style. You're always in the action, you're always trying to get a player from surprise. What you want to do when knifing is come up from behind. A normal backstab is nearly 65 damage, and with Poison Blade you'll be able to do a total of 110 damage. However, this is assuming the player does not heal after getting knifed. So now moving on to our next topic. Abilities. So commandos have 6 abilities in total, first of which is Alexia. Alexia increases your running speed for a short time and gives you a weak shield. The higher level Alexia is, the longer you will run for and the stronger the shield will be. The next one is Stealth. Stealth hides you from enemies. The higher the level, the closer the enemy has to be before you become visible to them. Mark Target. Receive points for designating enemy targets for your team. This ability will display a large red arrow over the enemy you mark and a red circle around them. The higher the level your marked target, the longer enemies will stay marked. Troop Trap. Place an explosive that will go off when enemies approach too close or when shot. The Troop Trap can also help used to jump to higher ground. The higher the level of your Troop Trap, the more damage it will do to the enemies. Poison Blade. Damage from your knife causes the enemy to get poisoned. While they are poisoned, they lose a certain amount of health over a period of time. The higher the level the Poison Blade is, the more damage the poison will do to your enemies. Piercing Shot. It increases the amount done by a sniper rifle. The higher the level, the more damage will be done. So now we're up to the interesting part. Which abilities would I use if I was snipering? Well, what you want to do first is I don't care if you're a sniper or a knifer. What you want to do first is get stealth to the maximum. I know, when you're sniping, you're ages away. But when you're sniping, you also will get return fire, and when that happens, you want to get into stealth as quick as possible. And the higher level your stealth is, the quicker it regenerates. So then what you want to do is get Piercing Strike. That's it. That is all you have to do if you're running a sniper class, is just get Piercing Strike up to the maximum. Later on, you can get Troop Trap, I don't really mind, but first you have to get Stealth and Piercing Strike to the maximum. Also, another quick fact, with ability points, you get them every second level. So level 2, level 4, level 6, level 8, and so on. And it's not until level 18 that you get enough ability points to get maximum stealth and piercing strike. Alright, let's get to the knifers side of this. So it's the same with knifers. What you want to do is get level 5 stealth, which is the maximum. And then after that, I would probably recommend Poison Blade. After you get Poison Blade, you would want Alexia because you really need to run away. After you stab somebody, you're probably going to be another guy out of your reach and you want to run away or run towards them. And then after that, really just alternate between the two. You only really want Alexia maybe 2, which if I was level 18 would make my poison blade level 3. Okay, now we're up to weapons. The sniper I use in game is the Tier 1 Elite M16, which is the specialist Tier 1 AK-74U in whatever those people, nationals. So why I like this gun is because it's just fast, doesn't have too much recoil, and I can use it more aggressively. Like, I don't have to always just stand back and shoot. But this gun is absolutely nothing without 5 piercing strike. So if you're not a high level, I do not recommend this gun. You have to wait at least until you're level 18 to start using this gun. Another sniper I would recommend is the M95 or the SVD. The reason this is such a good sniper is because the fact you can get one shots on other commandos, if you get them in the head, obviously. So this is a really powerful gun, but it's slow and it has a lot of recoil. That's the only negatives, but if you know how to use this gun, and if you can get headshots, you are absolutely going to dominate. You can get 2-shot kills on soldiers and 3 shots on, like, gunners. So, if this gun is in the right hands, you're going to win most of your gun fights. Okay, now like always, we're going to go on to the knife's side of this. So look, I have limited knife experience, I'm not gonna lie, but the knife I use is called the super knife, I think, an Uber knife for the thingy. I haven't really experimented with all the other new weapons, but I'm pretty sure there's that space glove that's really new, that is practically the same as the super knife, except it's a little more silent. It doesn't make a sound, and you just punch the hell out of people. I'm not sure about that, but check that. And now there's these samurai swords, or samurai swords. Why not? Anyway, so what I believe they do is, I'm pretty sure they're just longer range and they're faster, but they're a little bit weaker than the normal super knives and just any type of knife. So yeah, look, it's really whichever one floats your boat. Because knives, they don't have too much difference, but if you're just going for a normal everyday knife, I would go for the super knife. Alright, so now we're up to our last topic, and that's tactics. Alright, let's start out with some of the basic sniping tactics. So what you really want to do is get high ground, you want cover, and you always sort of want to surprise the enemy. You definitely don't want to be facing head on head with a gunner. That's suicidal, unless you know he's really weak and you just need to finish him off. But yeah, what you want to do when you're versing an enemy, you sort of want them to have their back on you. Like, they don't always have to have their back on you, but it's ideal if they have their back on you, because then it's going to take them time to turn around, register where you're shooting from. By that time, hopefully you'd be able to kill them. If not, they'd be definitely really weak from the bullets you've been shooting at them. Alright, so let's look at some sniping places on Buccaneer Bay. Alright, so if it's a fair fight and it's a close game, all the action is going to happen around the town and the shipwreck. That's where shit's going to go down, practically. Alright, so where you're going to set up camp is either there, or maybe there. Alright, let's look at the first place. Look, it's not the most ideal place, but it does have most of the things we talked about. It does have height, so you can see the boat and the town area. It does have a little bit of cover, but you are exposed on some angles. That's probably the only negative about it. But other than that, this is a good sniping place. The next sniping place is at the front of the boat. The reason why I like this sniping place is because it has cover from either side, and it's ideal when the enemy has the town square. So if you're fighting off the enemy from town square, you're going to get a lot of kills from there, but after a while they will predict you popping up and down, so you have to watch out and don't always get like maybe 4 kills and then move down to someplace else and snipe from there. Just mix it up a bit. Alright, so let's look at the third sniping place. So this sniping place is pretty much exactly the same as the first sniping place, except it's just on the opposite side, obviously. So this one I think might have a little more whatever barricades or whatever shelter than the other place, and you're probably more protected, but I don't think it has as good as a view of the ship. Alright, now we're up to the fourth sniper place. This is the opposite to the ship one. This is when the enemy team has the ship. This is probably the worst sniper place out of all of them. But if you were to sniper at this place, I would recommend hiding behind that orangey building there. That would probably be the best place. And pop out and in to sniper. You don't want to go on the very cliff edge, because there is no cover. There is maybe that little bulge there that you can like duck under, but they're still going to shoot you. There is no cover there. And so the best bet with that sniping place is to go behind that orange house. If you remember those two things, high ground and cover, you can practically find a camping spot anywhere. Alright, so any map, I guarantee you, there will be a spot that provides cover and is high ground. But make sure you're not in the same sniping place the whole game, because if you are, they're just going to kill you constantly. Alright, so now time for knifing tactics. Alright, so when you're knifing, what you want to do is not run into a group and hope for the best. What you want to do is sneak up from behind, and you want to carefully pick out the targets and kill them when they're by themselves or at lacking behind the group, just so you can just kill them without the whole group killing you after you get that one kill. Alright, so when you're going for a kill, try your best to attack from the back. Not only will they not see you, because when you get close, they'll obviously see through your stealth, but also when you attack from behind, it does more damage for some reason. Alright, so when you do get into a knife fight, what you want to do is circle your enemy. You don't want to just stand still, or else the enemy's just going to shoot you. So if you circle them, not only will you get probably better aim, they won't have aim on you and absolutely dominate you. Alright, so sometimes there are the situations where the enemy is too far to knife, and if you don't have a pistol, you are gone. There's no way you're going to make it towards them and kill them. This is where you use Elixir. Just get the hell out of there, or if he's like one shot away, sprint towards him and get that last knife. That's all you can do in that situation. Just hope for the best. Alright, so that's the end of this guide. I hope you liked it and learned something out of it. Yeah, so subscribe if you liked it, give it a like, leave me a comment. Just all the support helps, thanks. And hopefully in the future, I'll make a soldier guide and a gunner guide. Alright, see you next time.